So Gary, the thing is, I mean, you say it's not logical, but then you go from, we're selfish creatures, but you go into we should do whatever's best for the universe, which I find is funny because you have bad things to say about the universe. But all I'm saying is that, yeah, to be at one with the universe would be the most enlightened thing, and you would see how everything in the universe has its place and needs to be treated right, and you have to figure out what that means. What does it mean to treat it right? You have to define right for that sphere. But we obviously have to take care of ourselves as well. And the point is, when as we identify with broader and broader groups, we enhance our overall survival. So once we do have this enlightenment, there's like stuff locking it in that we're seeing more of the world, we're seeing more reality. So for example, you can have your selfish interests with your slaves, but in the broader frame, that's not going to help because the slaves are going to revolt. There's going to be a lot of friction and violence in a system like that, and overall, it's not going to be better. And similarly, human beings consume against the environment, but eventually we could see the whole environment and realize that we it's not in our best interest. As a group of humans, it's not in our best interest to just consume the environment. We have reason, it's in our best interest to be sustainable with the biosphere and see ourselves in a system with the biosphere sharing that self-interest. And so the point is that self-interest can define in any given problem, you can see what the scale of self-interest is. I mean, if we're talking about a national road system, right away we're talking about the self-interest of a bunch of people. So we know we have to use something at least enlightened enough to consider fairness to all the people in that system. If somebody's attacking you, then that doesn't even come into effect. You have to say, well, I wouldn't be respecting myself if I didn't defend myself, if I didn't defend my family. So, the question of, well, what's right in society doesn't even come into it. And that's why in a situation like that, you may use physical violence against somebody attacking you. And it is logical because we have reasons to believe, like you do, that we should look at things from the broadest perspective as possible. I actually think saying from the point of view of the universe is too broad. But just loosely speaking, sure, the point of view of the planet, of the biosphere, of the human race, of our community, of our culture, of our family, and of ourselves.